welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney and I've been a part-time reseller since 2018. And today we are taking it back to the basics with a good old-fashioned Goodwill thrift haul. So I thrifted these items, I want to say like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've been really busy prepping for my first Whatnot show. So I haven't done anything with these things. So they've been in my car. Honestly, I typically forget what I buy at a thrift store like the day after. So the fact that it's 2 or 3 weeks later, I have absolutely no idea what we are going to be hauling for you guys today. I also have no idea where the receipt is. So hopefully it's in one of these bags so I can tell you guys my cost of goods. But I did have 4 bags, 1 large bag and 3 small bags from this Goodwill trip. Just a quick shout out, if you guys don't already follow me over on Instagram, my Instagram handle is magnolia.thrifter. I will put it up here on the screen and I would love to see you guys over there. I share a lot more what sold and other different content than what I share on YouTube. So if you're interested in seeing some additional content from me, if you want to go check me out, that would be awesome. And yeah, I think we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So let's see what we have. All right, this is, all right, starting out strong. This is Lululemon. This is a one size fits all cardigan, it looks like. It's one of those, what do they call this? It's like a, is it a cocoon cardigan, or I don't know, it's something like that, where it literally, like, since it's one size, let's see if it fits. Yeah, so it almost like swallows you up, like in a really cozy way. It's got a name for it. I can't remember what they call these. For some reason I want to say cocoon, but who knows. I'm running tight on space. My entire rack, you know, typically I would hang these things up and steam them for you guys before I haul it, but my first Whatnot show is tonight, the night that I'm filming this, and the entire rack is full of clothes for that. So can't do much with that, so I'm running tight on space. All right, up next is a boutique brand that I don't always pick up. The brand is Hayden, but this one was not only new with tags, but it was a really pretty substantial midi dress. I'm having to stand on my tippy toes. So yeah, like if this was a basic tee or even like a basic sweater new with tags, I would not have picked it up. But because it's a really, really pretty print, bright colors, and the substantial length, which is midi, I thought it was worth it. So we're gonna see how that does. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So this was a great find. This is a plus size Anthropologie piece. It is a size 24W and it was new with tags. I was shocked when I found this. I just don't know who goes and buys, you know, $120 something dresses from Anthropologie and then donates them. Absolutely wild, but I mean, good for me, I guess. So this is beautiful. It's embroidered. It's like knee length, a little bit below knee length, not quite midi. Even the back has embroidery on it. It's got a zip up. So yeah, this was a great find. I was super excited to see that. The last plus size Anthropologie piece that I found was in the brand Maeve, and I actually bought it for myself, but I didn't end up liking it on me. So I listed it, and I think I paid like, I don't know, like $22 for it or something like that. And it sold for, I want to say 50 or 55. I'll put the sold listing on the screen here. So, I mean, I was stoked about that. You never know when you're paying up that much, how it's going to go. So this is a pair of Everlane, which I don't always pick up anymore. This is the 31 crop in a size, oh, I guess 31 is the size, in a crop fit. So these are a darker wash, and for some reason, I don't know if it's just me or if everybody feels this way, but dark wash like screams nice to me. Like if you're going to an event that's not quite like cocktail, but it's also not like distressed denim kind of vibe, like a dark wash denim is a nice happy medium. So I feel like there's people out there that will be looking for a nice pair of dark wash denim, and these are in excellent condition. So I went ahead and picked those up, and the fact that they're a 31, that's a really good size. Oh, I don't remember even finding this. This is another plus size Anthropologie piece in that same brand I was just telling you about, Maeve. This is a 1X. I think the one that I sold before was a 2X. This is unbuttoned, so you can't get the full effect, but it's this big, oversized, like balloon sleeve, button down. What would you call this print? You'll know I'm terrible. Leopard or cheetah? Comment below and let me know. I think lately I've been calling everything leopard, but like when I'm listing something, I put both. I put leopard and cheetah. So if the last one sold for 50 or 55, then that one should go somewhere around there. All right, this is a brand I don't typically pick up. I've told you guys, it just doesn't excite me. I see it all the time. This is a size 8, but this is new at tags from Macy's. The original retail is $110. And this is just one of those like traditional knee length, like ruched scoop neck dresses. And I feel like these are really popular. So I did look up comps on these while I was in the store, and I want to say that what were they? I want to say they were around maybe like 40 or 50. So when I'm paying Goodwill prices, you know, whatever it is, $7.99, $8.99 into 40 or 50, I'll take that. All right, this is a new at tags Sea Folly Australia beach cover up. Retailed for $128. It is new at tags. And this is a brand that I think I hauled for you guys a couple months ago. And I told you guys, disclaimer, I thought it was Sea New York, and I got really excited. But the fact that it was Sea Folly, it still does decent. I mean, definitely not anywhere near what Sea New York does. That's like a luxury brand, but this does hold its own on the resale market. So this is just it's more of like a swim and cover up brand. So that I'm sure is a beach cover up, and I want to say comps are like 30 to 40 on that. So we are down one bag. Let's see what we have in the next. Just a couple items in this one. All right, so this is a Dior like cosmetic bag, and I only picked this up for two reasons. One, it was $1.99, and two, like years ago, I don't remember if it was Dior or another luxury brand, but I sold a cosmetic bag. I wouldn't say it was similar to this, but it was a cosmetic bag, and it had the spell out on it of the brand. And I want to say I sold it for like $20 or $30. So when I'm paying $1.99 for something like this, if I can flip that into $20 or $30, I'm happy. I should have looked at comps on that. I did not. So hopefully they're still selling for decent. All right, there were only two items in that second bag, but this is the second one. It is Draper James, size small. Okay, so this is a maxi dress, and it's got a tie waist. It includes the tie, button down, sleeveless, and I think this is the brand by, is it Reese Witherspoon that does this brand, Draper James, and it's a really like southern, pretty, like lots of florals, lots of like modest cuts and things like that. But it resells pretty well. I'll, you know, of course, be putting comps on the screen, but for a maxi dress, I've never found a maxi dress or looked up comps for it. So I want to say I looked up comps when I was in the store and it was like 40 or 50, but I'll put it on the screen, whatever I find. All right, up next is a tried and true Eileen Fisher. This is a size large, and I do remember on this day I did put a few Eileen Fisher pieces back because they were like extra small petite, and I'm just not picking up those sizes anymore, at least in this brand. So this is a really pretty, like, would you consider this cobalt blue? I feel like that's what's coming to mind, but it's a button down, 100% linen blouse. So just this bright color. Like Eileen, I feel like is known for doing more neutrals like oatmeals, creams, browns, tans, blacks, things like that. So I don't often find a lot of bright colors in Eileen Fisher. So when I found that, I thought it would probably be worth picking up. All right, we've got another Maeve by Anthropologie piece, but this is not plus size. This is a size medium. And I found a similar piece to this one. It's just a little mock neck sweater with like a tight ribbed waist. And I sold one similar to this. Granted, that one was velvet, but it was the same cut. And it sold for, I think, 28 to 30-ish, somewhere around there. And it sold quickly. So when I saw this and the fact that it's a medium, which is a decent size, I decided I'd go ahead and pick it up. If it were like dead summer, I don't know that I would have picked it up, but because we are in the winter time, I thought it was worth it. All right, so these are Columbia size 2X, new with tags, these little like cropped wide leg capris. And the only reason I picked these up is because they were new with tags. They retailed for $70. And I did look up comps on these in the store. I paid $6.24 for them. So, you know, I don't remember what comp said, but obviously I thought it was worth it to pay that price to flip them. All right, we've got another size large Eileen Fisher. This is more in line with what I typically find from her, like just a neutral, like black or white. In this case, it's, what is this, heathered? This is definitely a knit, super cozy. It's got side slits in it. This would be a perfect basic for somebody. So snagged that guy. All right, this is newer tag Zara. And if you're not familiar, this little dot right here, there's 3 different shapes that they put on their tags. There's a circle, which is this one, a square, and a triangle. And they all stand for different fits. Like one stands for this runs large, one stands for this runs small, and one stands for like it fits like it should. I don't know what the difference is. I'll see if I can find like a little chart that says it, and if so, I'll put it on the screen, but that is what those mean if you've ever seen them and you were curious. So I remember this was the half off color, red, which is the only reason I picked this up, but this was really pretty. It's just like a little bandana, semi-cropped button down top. And I do pick up Zara at the right price, which is like, I'd say like $3 to $4 is my max that I'll pay for it. Like when I go to that thrift outlet that I've hauled for you guys recently, I will pick up new label Zara because the prices there are like $2.50 and under, depending on the day that I go. All right, this is a brand I don't typically pick up, but this is Ann Taylor. It was new with tags, size medium, and I looked up comps. This is a turtleneck sweater dress in this really pretty blue color, no pockets or anything. And when I looked up comps for this, I want to say it was around $40 or $50. There were some outliers that were much lower and a few that were much higher, but the majority of the ones, if I'm remembering correctly, the majority of the ones that I saw were around like, I want to say like $30 or $40. All right, that was our last small bag. So we are going to jump into the big one now. This is the bag that has some shoes in it. All right, I found a second Draper James piece. This is size 12. It's got a zip up back. And it's just this really pretty floral. See what I mean by like Southern style? Like, can't you just see somebody like sitting on a front porch in a rocking chair, like waiting for their ride to church? I literally create stories for some pieces, but that's what I'm envisioning for this one. But it's super pretty. It is, I don't want to say it's semi-sheer, but like if you were standing in the sunlight, you could probably see your undergarment. So I would recommend a slip with that one. All right, this is not my normal aesthetic, but it's a pair of Dickies overalls, like workwear style overalls, not like cute little girly wearing a crop top, you know, to a festival kind of overalls. These are like somebody is going out and working on building a house or something. So I don't typically pick this kind of thing up. I also don't see it a lot, but this was the color tag of the week. So it was half off of $9.24. And when I looked up comps for Dickies overalls in good shape, I mean, they were up there. So I did go ahead and pick those up. Dickies is like, I'd say like a less valuable brother to Carhartt. Like they're in the same family. But I think Carhartt does bring in more than Dickies. All right, up next is a plus size Eloquii blouse, size 14. This is new with tags, and it's this really pretty, this is, almost like an olive green. On camera, it kind of looks chartreuse, but in person, it's more of like an olive. It is semi-sheer, so you'd have to wear something underneath it, but the fact that it was new with tags, I thought it was worth the pickup. There it is. And Eloquii is a tricky brand because they, similar to like Old Navy and City Chic and other brands like that, they run a ton of sales on their website. So, you know, when you're pricing Eloquii, you really have to keep that in mind. Like sometimes you can get tops on their website, brand new, like in-season tops for like $10 or $12. So you just have to keep that in mind and kind of do your research to see like what kind of sales they're running and all of that. Because Eloquii is an expensive brand when it's full price, but when they're running those like epic sales, I mean, they're cheap. So up next is another plus size piece. This is Torrid size 5. I have not been picking up a ton of Torrid lately because it just doesn't sell for quite a lot. And this, though, is a size 5, which is one of their bigger sizes, and I think it's harder to find. And it does have this smocked detailing with this Swiss dot on the shoulder or on the sleeves and the bottom. So I thought this was really pretty, really dainty, really feminine. It is semi-sheer, so you'd have to wear a tank underneath it. All right, this is a Bowden 100% linen size US 12 long dress. And I do still pick up Bowden, but I do look up comps each time before I do, just to make sure. And this time when I looked up 100% linen dresses similar to these, the comps justified the purchase. So I did end up getting that one. There were a couple Bowden pieces that I looked up comps on this day that I ended up putting back. So this is Sweaty Betty, which I don't find a lot of, but it does sell decent. If you guys have been resellers for a couple years, you probably remember the $5, $10, $15 Nordstrom Rack like blowout sale that all the resellers like freaked out about, including me, and went and like cleaned out Nordstrom Rack. Well, back then I bought a lot of Sweaty Betty because it was like $5 or $10, and although it has sold, it has taken a very long time to sell. Like I still have a few pieces left from that sale. I mean, the stuff from that sale have just been selling so slow. But anyways, this is a size large if I didn't already say it. So if it's substantial, I will pick it up. And this is a nice knit zip up jacket. So I thought that was substantial enough to grab. I will need to depill that. Okay. I don't remember getting 3 Draper James pieces, but I guess I did. Size medium. This is a really thick top. This is perfect for this season. Striped. I'd say it's probably like a cotton or something like that, but it's really, really thick. All right, just a few more clothing pieces. So I got a second Ralph Lauren size 8 new with tags stretchy dress. This is really similar to the other one, but it is a different color and cut, but had similar comps, so I grabbed that one as well. All right, this might be our last clothing piece. All right, this is another, let's see, was it half off? Yeah, this is another half off Zara piece, new label. It's not new, it's just the newest. And this is just a semi-cropped, yeah, button up. I thought for a second it was a cardigan, but it is a button up. And this really pretty floral print. It's got these loose baggy sleeves, so that's super cute. If I were a smaller size, I would wear something like that. Oh, I lied. There's another clothing piece. Whoops. All right, I have never heard of this before, but the tag intrigued me. It says 45 RPM dot 8 or and when I looked it up, it looks like these basic tees are selling for like 25 to 30, but I think all the ones that I found comps for were short sleeve, and this one's long sleeve. And it looks like it is an ampersand because that's the little embroidered logo there. So I thought the style of this was super cute. It's giving Urban Outfitters vibes, so I'm not sure where this is sold. I'll see if I can do a little bit more digging before this video comes out. And if so, I will put it on the screen for you. This day, I don't really ever look through ties, but there was one that I liked that like stuck out to me for my husband. So I picked that one up and was just kind of sorting through the rest of them while I was standing there. So I got a few. This one is Brooks Brothers, which is really nice. Stain resistant. If this doesn't end up selling quickly, I will give it to my husband. Oh, I forgot, this one's new with tags. Retailed for $60. That's crazy. So just a little piece of fabric. So this one, I have not done comps on because I was like running out the store at this point, but Tom James, I could be wrong, but this one time I was covering for the assistant of the president of our company, and when she was like on vacation or something, and he needed some help. So one of the things that I helped with was I coordinated the dry cleaner to come take some of his dress shirts to press them. And me being a reseller and nosy, I was like, I wonder what brands he wears, you know, because obviously being the president of a fairly large, pretty successful company, like you can buy nice things. So I was nosy and I looked, and I want to say that Tom James was the brand of the dress shirt that he was having pressed, and I did comps because I'm nosy, and they were wild. Well, comps weren't wild. Comps were good. Like I would consider it a bolo, but retail was wild. So if that is the right brand, I will put comps for the dress shirts and other items on the screen, as well as ties, since I picked one up. And if it's not, and if Tom James is a completely different brand than what I'm thinking of, then I will still put comps on the screen for that brand. But the tie itself feels really nice. And then the only other one I got was another Brooks Brothers. This one is not new with tags, but it's a really nice pink and navy. All right, now we are on to shoes. All right, so first pair is a pair of Bread and Butter Steve Maddens. These were in just really, really great shape. I don't think this person wore them more than like a handful of times. Not any scuffing, not much heel drag, just a little bit right there. The bottoms, you know, you can tell she walked on them, but zippers work. These are a size 8, and it says the name of this style is Lash. I assume that's what that means, because I'm pretty sure that Steve Madden puts the name of the style in the shoes. All right, I love selling Nike, and this was a pair of size 13 sneakers. These are the Nike Running Neutral Ride Soft. Size 13, did I say that already? Still has plenty of tread. Worst case, if these don't sell, my husband wears a 13, so I'll give them to him. But I did pick up a pair for him this day as well, and he loved them. They were teal and black, which are the colors of the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is the football team that we're fans of. All right, 2 more pairs of shoes to wrap us up. This is a pair of J. Crew. These are just a really nice basic. These were just in too good a shape to leave behind. These are a size 10. Oh man. They were definitely worn, but just a really nice espadrille. The espadrille is in excellent condition. There's no fraying or anything. Toes are great shape. So yeah, just one of those that I couldn't leave behind because of condition. And then lastly, this was a pretty exciting find. Granted, I have not looked up comps on these in probably a couple of years, but a couple of years ago, these were doing really well. So these are a pair of Rebecca Minkoff little buckle booties. They are genuine leather. These are in excellent shape. There's some very minor scuffing, but honestly, like, you can't even see it on camera. Heels look great. Bottoms look great. These are a size 8.5. If I didn't have a wide foot, I might try these on, but yeah, these are just in too good a shape to leave behind. So I will put comps on the screen. Hopefully they're still doing good. I will say Rebecca Minkoff clothing does not do well for me anymore, and her purses are hit or miss depending on the style. So anyways, oh, there's a receipt. I remember when he was printing this out and the lady next to him was like, dang. It was literally like a CVS receipt. So it looks like I spent, how much did I spend? $200. Why does it say 202.68? Discounts, taxes, round up. Okay, yeah, so $200 even is what I spent. So I will do the math on, it looks like I had 32 items, if you count the ties and everything as one. So whatever that math breaks down to per item, I will put on the screen here. So that is my cost of goods. So yeah, that's it. We have not done just a regular old Goodwill thrift haul in a while, so I figured I would do that for you guys. I am very, very, very behind on listing. So if you see me do a thrift haul before the end of the year, smack me. I do not need to thrift. I hopefully do not have time to thrift because I'm so busy at my corporate job. I'm spending a lot of my free time doing that, but I need to get some stuff listed. The good news is that I have been with my company for 10 years tomorrow. So that means I have a lot of PTO, and I am taking 9 days of PTO, not including weekends, 9 days off after the 19th, when all of my holiday events are over. So I am going to spend some of that going down to visit my family for Christmas and doing Christmas with my in-laws. But I'm hoping that the majority of it, when I'm here in Atlanta, I'm going to be spending it getting caught up on listing. I've got to finish listing the consignment inventory that I hauled for you guys. I've got probably 2 or 3 thrift hauls that I've hauled for you guys that I have not yet listed. And as soon as this rack opens up after the Whatnot show tonight, I should be able to start doing that. So again, if you see me do a thrift haul that is not from my death pile before the end of the year, come for me. But be nice, please. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you have a good one.